Hi everyone, welcome to the Website Empire's PayPal payment verification video. So in this video we're going to be verifying PayPal payments received on a website that you may have purchased. So you want to check the sales that happened on the website before you had purchased it. And remember, this is for PayPal payments only. Merchant account payments such as credit card processors, they will be discussed in a different video. So I'd like to first off thank you for purchasing this guide if you're coming from my website Empire's Guide, and I'd like to congratulate you on making it this far. And if you just happen to have stumbled upon this video, I definitely recommend you check the guide out. It's www.websiteempires.com. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and open up PayPal here since we're doing only PayPal verification. And the website we're going to be verifying with is going to be tokyogrid.net. And this is my own website, one of my own websites. So this website has its own PayPal account that's dedicated for the sales that come through on this website. So this just makes it easier to track sales, and a lot of other sellers will also do this. It just makes it more feasible to handle the numbers. And I'm going to go ahead and log into my PayPal account here. So once the seller has logged into their PayPal account, this will probably be the screen that you see, or there may be a little bit different screen depending on whether it's been updated or not. The only reason I'm saying this is because I don't want you to freak out or not be able to recognize things if the screen is a little different. So it's really the same thing. This is just the more classical version in case you haven't seen inside of a PayPal account before. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and go to view all of my transaction here, and this may be here if you have the classic version, or on the bottom if you have the updated version. Now remember, if you're using Skype, you're going to be asking the seller to do all of these things because you don't have control over the seller's computer, but you can ask them because you're screen sharing. If you're using TeamViewer, which was the second option we discussed in the guide, you'll be actually doing the clicking, so it'll be a little more hands-on. So I'm going to go ahead and go to view all of my transactions. Alright, now that we're viewing the seller's transactions, which in this case is me, I'm going to go back and see how long ago the website started receiving sales that were listed on the Flip a Listing. So let's assume for this website, it started receiving sales back in October of 2013. So we want to start back from that day and move on forward to present day. So this small calendar here will allow you to do that. So we're going to go back to October 2013. And we're going to go and check this monthly. So we're going to go here to October 31st. So we're doing October 1st through October 31st, so this will cover the entire month of October, and we're going to do this consecutively through all of the months until we reach present day. Of course, I'm not going to do the entire thing in this video, but that's what you're going to be doing. So we're going to go ahead and hit show. And once you're inside of the October range here, for example, we're going to go here to payments received and click that so we can see all of the website sales that were coming in. We're not really concerned at this point about the sales that are going out because there's a lot of other costs that you already know about. So right now we want to focus on the sales. So we're going to go ahead and hit the payments received button. Alright, so now we're in the payments received section, and this shows all the sales that are coming in from this website. So these are only sales that came in the month of October for the Tokyo Grid website. And what you want to make sure first is you want to vaguely see that these correlate to the sales that were depicted on the Flip a Listing that were shown to have been received in this month. So you want to go through and make sure that each date matches up. You can do this you can do this, not, you don't have to go in detail, like super detail, but you just look over it and just kind of match it along. It's not very difficult or tedious. And right here you're going to see the date that the payment happened. You're going to see the type, which is, these should all be payment from because you're looking at payments received, and the name and email. You'll probably see names here. They've been hidden from this video for privacy reasons, of course, and the payment status and the details. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask the seller for random payments to go into the details of those payments. So let's say we want to see if this payment right here is really from Tokyo Grid, this 82 pound payment. And also one more thing, most of my currency here is in pounds because on my website I accept payments in pounds. More than likely yours will be in dollars, so it's okay if the currency doesn't match as to mine. I just wanted to put that out there. So I'm going to go ahead and go into details here. Alright, so now that we're in the transaction details, we'll be able to see information such as the seller's name, address, email address, and the transaction amount and where this transaction came from. Of course, on the screen you see here, this information will be hidden, but in the screen that you see with the seller, they'll be able to disclose that information to you. And so if I go and scroll down here, I'll see that this payment was for 82 pounds and it says Tokyo Grid 3-month license Halloween sale. So that's the item title, and that's very important because this now shows me that this sale did indeed come from the Tokyo Grid website and it wasn't just a random sale from some random website. So that kind of verifies this payment. And you can go back and you can either move on to the next month or you can verify a few more random payments. So I'll go ahead and click on this one and you can just go ahead and verify that as well. So just repeat the same process again and do it for as many as you like until you move on to the next month and consecutively move on as you move to the present month. And the only time this should raise a red flag, only time you should be selecting a payment that's not random is when there's a red flag for some reason with a payment that you see. So for example, if we go down this list, we see that these payments seem pretty normal. These are consecutive payments. This also seems like a normal payment. Now this right here is the only payment that seems to be in dollars so far, and it's a pretty random payment. It's $134.24, so that might raise a red flag for us, and you might want to go into the details of this payment and check it out. Now let's keep going and let's see if there's any more red flags, and indeed there is. The $1,700 payment is definitely a red flag, and this is a very high payment compared to all the other ones, so you definitely want to ask the seller that you'd like to see the details of this payment. So we're going to go ahead and click on this one, and as you can see, this is a $1,700 payment right here. And so we're gonna go down, and if you look, there's no item title in this payment. It doesn't seem to be coming from the Tokyo Grid website like the other one we saw, in which the item title clearly stated it was a Tokyo Grid license. And in fact, this sale did not come in from Tokyo Grid. It was just a payment that was sent to me in other matters aside from this website. So if I was the seller here and you were the buyer and you asked me to see this, you would indeed see that this was not part of the Tokyo Grid website. So either I would have either explained that to you beforehand, or you kind of catch the seller red-handed. So you want to make sure you look out for these types of red flags so you can make sure that the payments are coming from the website and not from some other sources that the seller's trying to claim are coming from the designated website. And that about concludes our video for the PayPal payment transaction verification. And once again, please be thorough with the investigation. You're putting your money into this, and this is your future asset and your future business. So give it your full attention and do whatever you need to make sure you're doing it thoroughly and properly. If you've gotten this far in the guide, you've really done such a great job, and this is not the time to slack off. And once again, congratulations on getting this far, and thank you for purchasing the guide. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you haven't purchased it yet, you can get it at www.websiteempires.com. It really is a very small investment for such a large return for the things it can do for your future. I'm sure you're going to thank me later, and I really hope you do go and purchase the guide if you haven't already, because it can do great things for you. So once again, thank you, and I really appreciate you watching this video.